Welcome back to our channel. Today, we bring you an absolutely explosive story that is shaking the entire Kbiz world. Park Eun-bin has broken down in tears, revealing the bitter truth about her marriage with Rowoon after only 1 month. What really happened behind the scenes of this fairy tale wedding, and why are fans around the world left in shock? Stay tuned until the end of the video to uncover every detail of this unbelievable confession. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of the latest breaking news from the world of Korean entertainment. The world of Korean entertainment has once again been shaken to its core, and this time, the epicenter of the storm is none other than Park Eun-bin and Rowoon. Just a month ago, the news of their wedding had left fans stunned but euphoric, believing they were witnessing a modern fairy tale. Two of the brightest stars in the Korean drama universe had seemingly chosen love over the glittering but often suffocating world of fame. Fans flooded social media with congratulations, posting clips of their sweetest on-screen moments, convinced that this love story was destined to be one for the ages. Yet no one could have predicted the emotional bombshell that Park Eun-bin would drop only weeks after exchanging vows. With tear-filled eyes and a trembling voice, she confessed that the truth behind their marriage was far more complicated, bitter, and heartbreaking than anyone had imagined. The confession came during what was supposed to be a casual interview promoting her latest project. Instead, it turned into one of the most shocking moments in K-entertainment history. Park Eun-bin, normally composed and graceful, broke down as she admitted the challenges and painful realities she had been facing in her marriage with Rowoon. "I don't know if people will understand," she began softly, her voice cracking, "but marriage isn't as simple as love. It's much harder than I ever imagined." Cameras captured the raw vulnerability in her expression, and within minutes, clips of her words were everywhere online. Fans who had once cheered the couple's union now found themselves speechless, with their hearts heavy with questions. What exactly had gone wrong? How could the marriage of two beloved stars unravel so quickly, in just 1 month? For many, it felt impossible. After all, Park Eun-bin and Rowoon had shared such effortless chemistry on screen that their real-life union seemed like destiny fulfilled. But as Eun-bin continued speaking through tears, the cracks in the fairy tale began to show. "We rushed into it," she admitted. "We thought love was enough, but the truth is, the pressures, the expectations, the constant eyes on us, it was too much. I feel like I lost myself trying to hold on." Her words hit fans like a tidal wave. Social media exploded with reactions, disbelief, sorrow, anger, and endless speculation. Some fans refused to believe her, claiming she was simply overwhelmed by the pressures of fame and that the couple would recover. Others, however, felt her pain deeply and sympathized with the reality that even stars are human, subject to the same struggles, doubts, and heartbreak as everyone else. The hashtags Park Eun-bin, Rowoon, and marriage confession shot to the top of trending lists within hours, as clips of her tearful moment were translated into multiple languages and shared across platforms. Insiders quickly began whispering about the reasons behind the shocking revelation. Some claimed the couple had been under immense pressure from agencies and sponsors to appear flawless, leaving them little room for privacy or authenticity. Others suggested that the fairy tale romance fans had imagined was never as perfect as it seemed, and that the marriage had been a bold but rushed attempt to protect something fragile from the relentless spotlight of fame. One anonymous source alleged that the two had been struggling even before the wedding, but chose to move forward anyway, hoping that their bond would strengthen under the sacred vows of marriage. Instead, the opposite seemed to have happened. The weight of public scrutiny only magnified their struggles. Rowoon, for his part, has remained largely silent since the confession, which has only fueled speculation. Some say he is devastated by Eun-bin's public words, while others believe he is standing back to allow her the space to express her truth. Rumors swirl about whether the two are currently living apart and whether their marriage can even survive the storm unleashed by her emotional admission. "I never meant to hurt him," Eun-bin said during the same interview, wiping away tears. "I just couldn't keep pretending everything was fine when it wasn't. I owe the truth to myself and maybe to the fans who believe in us." Her vulnerability struck a chord, but it also unleashed a wave of intense scrutiny. Fans began dissecting every moment of their public appearances, looking for signs of strain that they had previously overlooked. Suddenly, clips from their wedding circulated with captions like, "Was she already unhappy?" Or, "Look at Rowoon's expression here." Every glance, every gesture, every silence was pulled apart under a microscope. Online forums became battlegrounds where fans fiercely debated the meaning of Eunbin's words, some defending her bravery, others condemning her for airing personal matters in public. As the chaos unfolded, one undeniable truth became clear. This was no longer just a celebrity marriage. It had become a phenomenon, a cultural moment that blurred the lines between reality and the scripted dramas fans adore. The heartbreak, the tears, the confessions, it all felt like the plot of a tragic K-drama unfolding in real life, and fans around the world could not look away. The story was too raw, too human, too filled with both pain and curiosity to ignore. International media outlets picked up the story almost immediately. Headlines screamed about Park Eun-bin's shocking tears and Rowoon's silence. Commentators debated whether their marriage was doomed, while others praised Eun-bin for her honesty in an industry that so often demands perfection at all costs. Some even suggested that her confession could mark a turning point in how Korean celebrities approach their personal lives, breaking the culture of silence that has long surrounded topics like marriage, mental health, and emotional struggles. Yet beneath the frenzy lies the most haunting question of all. What happens next? Will Park Eun-bin and Rowoon attempt to rebuild their marriage in private, away from the suffocating glare of public attention? Or has the damage already been done, with her confession marking the beginning of the end for a love story that fans once thought was invincible? For now, the answers remain uncertain, and perhaps that is why the world is so captivated. Every day, new rumors, new theories, and new emotions flood the internet, keeping fans glued to their screens. The confession, though painful, has revealed something deeper than just the struggles of one couple. It has exposed the fragile humanity of two stars caught between love and fame, between personal truth and public expectation. It has reminded the world that even the brightest lights can cast shadows, and that behind the glamorous facade of the entertainment industry lies the same messy, complicated, and bittersweet reality of love that touches everyone. As the dust slowly begins to settle, fans are left with a mix of heartbreak and hope. Heartbreak because the dream of a perfect fairy tale has been shattered, and hope because perhaps in her tears, Park Eun-bin has shown the courage to be real in a world that often demands the opposite. Whether this marks the end of her marriage to Rowoon or the beginning of a new chapter remains to be seen. But one thing is certain. The story of Park Eun-bin and Rowoon will not be forgotten. It will linger in the hearts of fans as one of the most shocking, emotional, and unforgettable moments in the history of Korean entertainment. As the revelations continued to ripple through the entertainment world, speculation about Rowoon's response grew even more intense. While Park Eun-bin's tearful confession had painted a picture of vulnerability and struggle, fans were desperate to know where Rowoon stood in all of this. His silence, rather than calming the storm, acted like gasoline poured on an already raging fire. Online communities debated endlessly. Was his silence a sign of dignity and patience, or did it reveal a deeper disconnect between the two? Some fans argued that Rowoon was likely trying to shield Eun-bin from further pressure by refusing to engage with the chaos, while others accused him of emotional withdrawal, fueling the idea that their relationship was far from stable. Meanwhile, Korean media outlets began publishing reports from so-called insiders. Some claimed the couple had been fighting almost immediately after the wedding, disagreeing over their busy schedules and lack of private time. Others insisted there were external pressures, demands from agencies, endorsements, and the relentless glare of the spotlight that made it impossible for their marriage to breathe. There were even whispers of family disapproval, with unnamed relatives allegedly warning them that a rushed wedding would only lead to disaster. Whether true or exaggerated, these rumors added layers of drama to an already heartbreaking saga, keeping the public hooked on every new twist. International fans, too, became deeply invested in the unfolding drama. From Tokyo to Los Angeles, from Bangkok to Paris, forums buzzed with translations of Eun-bin's confession and heated debates about what it truly meant.
Fan clubs that had once celebrated the love story now found themselves divided, with some members defending the pair fiercely, while others expressed disillusionment. "They were our hope for real love in K-drama land," wrote a heartbroken fan. "Now it feels like